Man, let's jump right into this thing. It's so much. God, it's so much, man. And I'm so thankful that you guys are here with me. Retirement news. Retirement news just came out. Leighton Vander Esch, the Cowboys middle linebacker, he is retiring. And it's a sad retirement because it's a forced retirement. Leighton Vander Esch suffered another neck injury during this year against the 49ers and missed the end of the rest of the season. And the Cowboys were going to medically release him. He had the cervical neck situation. This is the same thing. He had a neck issue in college. And when you start talking about certain things, the longevity of it, when you start talking about necks and brains, like those things can have a long-term effect on your well-being. And I've always said this about the game of football. It's a couple things, but I've always said about the game of football is it's a 100% hurt business. It's not an if. It's a when. You will get hurt playing football. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Now, the degrees of which it happens, the severity in which it happens, that may vary. But if you are a player, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get injured. And while this is a beautiful game that I love, football has done so much for me and so many others that watch this, that participated in this. The thing about the game, though, is football, the game itself, it gives you so much. But it also takes more than you're willing to give. Football takes a lot. And it takes a lot from you. And in this situation, unfortunately, with Leighton Vander Esch, this being his third neck injury since 2016. He had one in October 2016, November 2019, October again 2023, and he had another neck injury when he was in college. I mean, now we're flirting with the possibility of this having a much greater impact on his well-being. But you know, shout out to Leighton Vander Esch, and I pray that the next portion and the next stage of his journey, that is one that is healthy, first and foremost, but he finds his way. He finds his way, and he left. One of the things he left on he wrote a letter to the fans, and he talked about the body just wouldn't cooperate. And there's so much trauma that you can only take in this game. Playing middle linebacker, that's trauma every single down. And a lot of fans don't understand what it takes to get to Sunday. There's a lot. There's a lot. And I know what you're going to say. I get it. You chose to do this, for sure. Absolutely. It is a choice. But again, there's not a choice to get hurt. I can promise you Leighton didn't want to have the neck injuries. Ryan Shazier didn't want to have the neck injuries. Players don't want to have CTE. Or concussions, or broken legs, or torn ACL. Nobody wants to have that. It's a casualty of the game, but no one wants to have that. We love this game, and this is a game that does not love you back. Gives a lot, but does not love you back. And that is the constant thing that you have to deal with. How do I get up every single day and to love something that does not love me back? And unfortunately, the end results are end results like these at times. Many of us don't get a chance to walk away. A lot of times we're pushed away through injuries like this. So I pray for continued speedy recovery for Leighton, and whatever the next chapter has for him, I wish him nothing but the best. You were good to the game. The game was good to you. But it took more. The game took more away from you than you were willing to give. Than you had to give. You didn't have any more to give, and so, not congrats, but I pray that your next journey is one that you can live with. That's a difficult part. It's to being pushed away from the game when you're not ready to go, and now you have to find where that next path is going to go.